We're live. Awesome. Hey, how's it going, everybody? As you can see, I didn't get much sleep last night, so kind of slept in a little bit today, and yeah. So this is the result, and I need to lay off the caffeine late at night. That's number one. So yeah, today we're just gonna start building some stuff. Working on a challenge for Tricky Bricks, and I don't know, might bust into a set if I don't have any luck with that. So yeah, just kind of a casual building thing today. So we'll see. What? Doc's here. Hey, what's up, Doc? Doc Sampson in the house. So yeah, we're gonna get to something here in a second. I'm just vamping for for a minute while I kind of figure it out. Yeah. So yeah, no caffeine after 8 o'clock, kids. It messes with your system. Hey, what's going on, y'all? What's up, Doc? Yeah, I'm just today's just kind of gonna be a free for all because I could start building a set, but I haven't really earned the right to build that set yet for the one I have on hand. It's the Monkey Kingback. Hey, what's up, Fab Fan? Yeah, so in order for me to start building this, I need to quit smoking again and get 2 weeks successfully under my belt. Because that's about how much I spent on cigarettes in a 2-week period. And if you know how much Monkey Kid is, you can see what kind of a problem I got on my hands. So I have to have a good 2 weeks in before I can start building this monstrosity. But I'm almost thinking about cheating myself a little bit and just going ahead building that little restaurant area, because that's most of the reason why I got this set, because I need those stickers because Pigsy's got his place in the red building over here, and so he's got to put signage out front. And getting the sticker sheet for this set was going to be at least $8 or $9, like, and that would have been probably from overseas, and then to get somebody in US close to like 20 or something. So I just got the set because it's awesome. Monkey Kid's sweet. You see the back there. So yeah, I haven't earned the right to put that together yet. So yeah, why even show it in the first place? Yeah, free for all, not cheap for all. Thanks, Doc. That's encouraging. All right. So here's what I'm working on now, which is not very good. It's not in a great state. You're actually seeing the nasty edge of it. I almost said something there. So I'm trying to work on like the interior of a huge spaceship, just going through the cosmos and whatnot. Because this 2-week challenge for Tricky Bricks is to make a scene for your favorite minifig. And my favorite minifig is the Intergalactic girl here. Pop her out so you can see. Yeah. She's just awesome. She's like Series 6 for that collectible minifigure. So that's from back in the day. She also came with a great hairpiece, which is currently on Hedwig, and I don't know where Hedwig is. So we'll find out. But yeah. Well, she is classic space, dude. I mean, look. She's got the classic space logo. She's just a little bit more hip to the fashion world than everybody else from classic space. Hey, Tim, what's going on? And she's got a better helmet, too. I got classic spacemen like strewn all throughout the city here. I've got like 7 to 10 of the classic blues just hanging around doing odd stuff. So we'll see. Oh, did the old school one for one of your builds? Nice. Yeah, I don't know. I started trying to throw like big pieces that I had together last night because I need to bulk up a ship. like huge, and kind of, I don't want to say I specialize in big pieces, but I try and acquire the big ones when I can, where I can. If I go to a bricklink store or something like that, and then they got like window frames like this for 2-3 cents each, and they got like 20 of them, I just load up. I mean, in the long run, it might affect your shipping cost, but it bulks up a build real quick, getting stuff like that. So this isn't quite gelling the way I thought it was going to. I was going to, you know, do a look inside and kind of see everything in there. But I think what I'm going to end up doing is making it just kind of a long tower thing and then looking down the top of it. And then it looks like you're going through a space. Because, I mean, it's going to be 0G anyway, right? So she's going to be floating around in there. But yeah, I made her this little ship here. Little swing wing short range fighter. Swing those wings. Yeah. Find a good grip on that. Yeah. I mean, it's got a little bit of Cowboy Bebop influence to it, you know. Kind of reminds me a little bit, just a little bit of Faye's little flying pod thing. So, I mean, she's got a cool like ride. She just needs a cool vessel to house that ride and then to get across space. So, I'm gonna try and work on that today. So we're gonna try and move pieces from here over to this 32 by 32 and see if like we can make anything work. And then I'm trying to use the video beat box clear bits that go on the front as covers. I want to use those as windows in the thing because they're huge. They're huge and they should be used as windows somehow, somewhere, some way. But can I do it here? That is the question. So how's everybody doing out there? All all the folks who have tuned in to watch. I do have a confession to make. I was up till like 2:30, 3 o'clock this morning, right? And then I went to bed like I usually do. But because Tiffany's on vacation this week, she doesn't, you know, normally get up at like 6:30 and start feeding the cats and stuff like that. So come 6:45, Nora, she starts raging. She starts going crazy. Like I can hear her tearing back and forth in the house and, you know, singing all kinds of off notes and stuff. And then I hear her jump up in here from the bed. I can hear that. And I hear rattle. Then I hear her tinkle, tinkle, clatter, stuff like that. So I get up, man. Like I hadn't been to bed for very long at that point. So I get up. I go in here to check it and see what kind of action she's gotten up to. And I see her little face just peeking out from over here underneath the city, like, what's going on? I'm like, oh my God. So I got up early to deal with that. And then I tried to stay up. That was a bad idea. So, and then I go ahead and take a nap and totally blow past my snooze. So I got up like 15 minutes ago or so. So, well, like 25 minutes at this point. But yeah, if you look closely, you might see a little bit of bag action underneath those eyes. That's all I'm saying. So yeah, my game is a little bit off today, and I do apologize for that, but I'm going to try and ramble, so at least you, I don't know, might be able to find a misstep that I make and chuckle a lot about it or something. Who knows? Who knows? It's a free-for-all Monday, not a cheat-for-all Monday. Thanks, Doc. I appreciate that. All right, so I'm just going to take some stuff down from here. Yeah, so like when I'm doing a mock and, you know, just trying to get a concept together, figure out what anything is actually going to be, I just kind of load parts into it, maximize it, see what I've got to work with, and then from there, usually an idea kind of pops in. But I don't know, nothing really formative is happening with this one. But I'm thinking if I do like a tower thing and then shoot it top down, it'll look like a longer spaceship. Plus, I'll be able to make everything a little bit more compact with it. So we're gonna try that. We're gonna see what's going on with that. I've got a few more days for it. And actually, I was going to do a little environment for some of the video figures from the new line from LEGO, and I went ahead and got that done in like a couple days, and then I went ahead and posted it on Instagram, and I was like, well, you've already done that. Got to do another one. So, and at that point, I had ordered another Intergalactic girl because that hairpiece in there is just wild and awesome. Plus, my original Intergalactic girl, she's in the Opera House, and it took her forever to get those tickets. She wasn't giving up her seat, so I was like, all right, fine. I'll get a stand-in. So stand-in just arrived in from Ohio like 2 days ago. So yeah. So we're gonna go with that. And then yeah, so I'm working essentially two big type of window frames here. We got this one, which is like super basic. I think those are the sets that came in with the basic ones, or freestyle. And then you got this one. It looks a little bit more modern. I mean, because it's essentially a doorway that I took the door out of. And for these old doors like this, they didn't have window panes that you could put in there because these are the 5x4x2s, and the window panes will work in the 4x6 by 1 or 2. So these ones pretty much were a facade for my red building for the longest time before I actually could afford to get windows for it, and then I got windows for it, and then these were just surplus, so they just kind of an extra bulky things that have hung around. They've served their purpose for this and that. They make pretty good roller coaster supports if you're trying to do something along those lines. And if I'm just shooting a picture to make it look like somebody's in outer space, they'll suffice for windows, I would hope. We'll find out. But it's Monday, y'all. It's Monday, like a mug. And last week I had to cut my stream short because I went out and got my second shot. Wow. Yeah, that second shot is going to, if you haven't gotten it yet, it's going to make a couple days of your life kind of questionable. Let's say it like that. But like no like sickness symptoms or anything like that. It just kind of aggravated different, pre-existing issues that I have currently. It didn't go anywhere. It's still here. All right, so just trying to bulk up this exterior and see what we can get. And I know I had more of these somewhere. Probably only like a handful, but my numbers are going to be off here. So can't. And I mean, it's a deep space spacecraft. It doesn't need to be symmetrical, but I mean, that's kind of the way my mind wants to run with it. And then these video bits here don't have the greatest connection in the world for it. Well, it's got a good connection, but it's difficult to work with, let's say like that. Because that's like a little turntable bit there. So you have to have one of the round bits that have, they're either pretty much any round plate that's going to be 4x4 or larger, the completely round ones. They're going to have that little bit in the center that you can attach to the turntable part. And I've only got 4 or 5 of them handy right now, and they're all different colors. So if I don't find a good way to anchor that, I might just have to say fudge it. So we'll see. It's still kind of new in this process bit here. And I have railroad track because big pieces to take up a good amount of space. And I like to think sometimes of vertical vertical railroad track, because I mean you got window slats right there. I mean that's you can use that for the front of a building easy, and then just replicate it going up, make it a curtain wall. Now railroad track is pretty versatile. And it's not just for railroads these days. Let's see, we double it up. Yeah, see, and you're starting to see like the skeleton, or you can even do vertically like that if you want like a more horizontal window. All right. And then I tried to make like try to make it look something like a swirling nebula with beat bit tiles, just for something in the window that she was looking through, but now that we're doing the whole verticality thing, this isn't going to fly so much. But I don't know. It looks fun. Plus, beat bit tiles, you got to get them if you can, or just wait till stuff goes on clearance and then load up. It's only going to be a matter of time before video goes on clearance. So if you can exercise patience, by all means. But I couldn't be patient because I'm still missing 19 of the beat bits, and there are a couple like of the bigger ones in there. I mean, like the one that's Vogue for Madonna. That's one I'm missing. I'm also missing the one that looks like Bruno Mars, but with the crabs on it. So I call it Bruno Krabs, which, you know, makes me a little bit giddy inside when I say it. Not that I have anything against Bruno Mars, but it's Bruno Mars, you know. Okay, so working in a little bit of symmetry here. Yeah, and if I can find anything cool that I did this week, which is not too much. I mean, I've already shown you that. Oh, here's something I can show you. If you're a fan of the Guardians of the Galaxy, I am. Guardians 2, at the end of that, they teased this, which is the they call them birthing pods, but let's face it, it's a cocoon. It's a cocoon for Adam Warlock. Him. So I tried to make it like at the end of the film there. You know, it's one of the scenes that's deep off into the credits, and use gold bananas on that. So it like the form is correct. It looked right. So I thought that was a fun little thing. And I had all these golden bananas that I picked up for like 2 cents on Bricks and Pieces. So I was like, you know, what am I going to use for those? I used some in the front of Doctor Strange's house, which looks good. But hey, Monica's here. What's going on? Just trying to figure out what I'm going to do for my for the spaceship. It's going to house the smaller spaceship for this week's Tricky Bricks challenge. I'll go ahead and fold it up now to make it more compact, because I want to have like a loading dock area in here where this, you know, launches from. And I also want to give her some kind of living quarters, and I say her, we're talking about the Intergalactic girl. Give her like an environment to exist in, you know, maybe not show all the facilities and all, but, you know, give a hint of where the bedroom might be, you know, the console area for flying the ship, because I mean that's kind of important. Working on the commission painting. Nice. I need to get to working on painting myself here, not too far in the distant future, because I got canvases galore out in the garage, but they've just been dormant for the last couple of years because I've been I like mentally switched over to Lego, so hitting the canvas, A, is messier. B, it's not as cat friendly, so I got to do it out in the garage, which is cool because I got a garage to do it in, which is like it's a wonderful place. Yeah, I just call the garage a wonderful place. It's a totally dude thing I just did right there. All right. So if I'm going to be looking down into this, see if I can, like the deeper I can make this, the more ability I'm going to have to play around with what's going on inside. I just wish I had, I wish I had more of the red frames. Oh, there's some down behind me here in my well, it's in the skate park. They're in the skate park, and there's probably about 12 or 15 of these ones I can get out of there, but I'm just gonna let it fly. Figure out something. Special flooring, new man cave flooring. So is it like linoleum out there, or faux wood paneling, or something like that? I'm just trying to think of what somebody else's man cave would look like, because I don't really have so much man cave. I got a man series of caves, because I got the garage for mechanical stuff and painting. The basement I do a lot in. Not going to go into that. And of course, this room here is Lego cave, the brick cave, the plastic cave. I don't know what you want to call it. But oh yeah, Monica, I was telling you that I was working on a sock puppet out of Lego, and so this is where I'm at right now. Still working it a little bit, and he's gonna have a partner, which I'm going to be building up soon. I just ordered some dark green bits for him, and that would be Syphil, because this is Ollie. Just trying to check the chat here real quick. Yeah, sock puppet out of Lego. I don't know. It's been a strange week around here for me. Just different ideas running with all of a sudden out of nowhere. It's a weird time. Plastic grating. Oh, okay. I think I know the stuff you're talking about. It's kind of rubbery plastic, like shock absorbent stuff, I think. Usually I think they put that stuff in there for grip, for traction, if it's prone to getting icy, or you're tracking in stuff. I don't know. I don't know. I'm talking like a person who understands things. I really don't. I just kind of ramble on. Hard plastic. Okay. Plastic socks. Yeah, plastic socks. We're going full polyester here. It's a strange one today, folks. So one of the things I do want to keep is I'm using the Technic chair for her like main console bit. And so I want to use that. Plus I got, was it the Gungan sub window piece. I'd gotten 2 or 3 of those. I had gotten actually 3 of those back in the day. Now this is really early on in my Bricklink times. Like I might have gotten those at about the same time I was getting pieces for the pirate ship. So this is like the first couple Bricklink orders. So I got that, and then when I was making the facade for the city when it first started out, when it was just on a brick shelf, and it was just bookshelf, and it was just like a city facade. So there's just the front of the buildings. I use that for windows in there because, like, again, that was like a 3-cent piece. And of course, over time the city got bigger because you get more Legos and get more Legos, and you got to get more space, and then you got to put it up behind you here. So yeah, I haven't had all the caffeine I should have yet today, and let's see here. Oh, that kind of flooring. Yeah, I think that's drivable. It's good stuff, though. It's a nice pattern, right? So yeah, those windows have been around for quite a piece of time there. All right. So if we're going to be looking top down, we're going to have entrance access on 1 or 2 of the sides going on here. So we're going to break up that symmetry a bit. And I've got like sliding doors for trains, like on the side of train cars. I've got 4 of those somewhere, but I'm not quite sure where they are, and it might take a second to find them, but I think that's going to make a good entryway for that, or at least the indication thereof. What am I building, Joel? I'm building an environment like, so this is like the Intergalactic Girls short range fighter here. And, short range indicates that it's going to be, transported mainly across the galaxy on a larger vessel. So I'm trying to make the, like an interior view of that larger vessel. So what I want to do is have this so we're looking at it top down in like a 0G environment. So like her, let's see. This would probably be somewhere up front here, you see. And then you'd see the environment behind her. So you'd see the docked little ship, and you'd also see like, a couple other little things in there. Very early on in the stages of this, like this is build 3 on this right now, trying to figure out a good way to do it. And I think I figured out a good way to do it to make it look better, like at least to kind of tweak optical illusion so it works in my benefit. But if we're going to do that, maybe I can make this a little bit more rounded. I don't know. There's going to be a lot of failure going on in here today. Let's try this there. Next to that. Bring this here. All right. Do the same on this side. Yeah. All right. There's that. And there. Yes. And I do have actually some Lego en route right now. I was hoping this package would arrive by today. It's not much. It's just the Captain America buildable suit, the mech. And that's going to be what Brickanista and I are doing for this next month's Rebrick This Challenge. So it's going to be pretty tough, but there's some fun and interesting bits in there. So that's coming. Plus, I'm looking for a solution for my space museum because I want to put like all my smaller ships, like the A-Wing. And I got Ant-Man's ship in there. I've got Black Panther's Talon that I want to show in there. So I'm trying to figure out a good way to get that all set up at somewhat of a relatively cool or relatively low cost. Yeah. A lot of people already have that set, Joel. So that's why we were thinking, yeah, that would be a good one to work in this week. That way, you know, if people don't have it, they'll be able to get it, or at least have an excuse to get it, right? And those who do have it, like Hooded One's got it, and I think he's got 2 of the sets. And so he put some stuff on Instagram last night and showed the shields, and like there's no stickers, it's all prints. So I mean, good times, right? So yeah. But I'm waiting for those because they came out with a new shelf. Like if you looked at Lego's storage solutions, they have these shelves that look like a 2x2 brick that's essentially hollowed out. It's like a 2x4x2. It's hollowed out so that you can use it as shelves. So I'm getting one at $20 to see how it'll fit, and we'll go from there. The set number, shoot, I don't have the set number on me right now. All right, bear with me as I look up the set. I'm assuming it's going to be composed of digits. That's about as far as I can go at this second. Let's see here, because I should have the Lego thank you for your purchase receipt. The order has been shipped. Yeah, right. Oh, Hooded One's got it. Yeah, Hooded One. 76168. He says. Yeah, I'm gonna trust that. I'm gonna put this away. Because looking up anything on there, like if you're gonna go to the web browser, it can be a little bit funky. I mean, it's not bad. Just it's using a phone versus using a desktop or a laptop. All right, so let's see. We got this. Try to do a little bit more of a indentation there. Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad. We're getting somewhere with that. Yeah, 76168. It's a good little set. I'm very excited because I took a look at the some of the pieces that are in there, and mostly by accident because I was looking for inverted 1x2 or 1x1 or 1x2. Yes, 1x2 inverted slopes. You know, the ones that have got the hollow studs on them. Taking apart Lucky Cat's ear so I can show you real quick here. So yeah, you got those, and then it's this one right here. So there are 4 of these in that Captain America armor, and I desperately need at least one. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. So I might already be down one piece for the rebrick when it shows up. Lucky Cat done lost a whisker. And if you've never seen this Lucky Cat before, it is just a cute little thing. You know, Lucky Cat has the beckoning paw right there on the side, right? And then the whiskers are Wolverine claws. You can see where I've stolen part of his ear because I needed that bit. Yeah, it's a Lucky Cat, yo. It's awesome. Get it if you can. If you can find it. When it first came out, was the beginning of last year. Within like a day, all the Lucky Cats were like sold out, and this is pre-pandemic. So I had emailed customer service like, how can that sell out that fast? You know, the same thing everybody's saying now about stuff, right? And they're like, oh, don't worry, we're bringing that back. It's not going to be a limited time thing. So, and then yeah, like next week they got it back in stock, or at least on back order. So I jumped right on that because Lucky Cats are awesome. All right, so let's see what we can do for depth on this mug. And of course, we're probably not going to get anything finalized today, but I'm hoping by the end of the stream here, we're probably going to go for the standard 2 hours, see if we can get anything looking like I know what direction it's heading in. Yeah, Lucky Cat did make an appearance in the Falcon and Winter Soldier. Good old Lucky Cat. Yeah, and I think that was one of the ones as like a golden Lucky Cat, and it had like the perpetual beckoning arm or beckoning paw because it's kind of like this. Which I found out, like if you're telling somebody to come on, we're Americans, we do like this, right? It's like, come on. But around the world and in different places, they do this, right? Kind of curl it under like that, and that's where the Lucky Cat, gets that paw, because that's what it's doing, is calling you in or calling in luck or something like that. It's been a while since I looked this stuff up. Hey, Cowboy Cornado's in the house. Cowboy Kenobi. Yeah, so what I'm doing here, Cornado, is trying to work up some kind of deep space environment for the Intergalactic girl. Trying to use old red frames because they're light and they take up a lot of space really quick. And I'm also trying to figure out how to use the video bits as windows on the thing. So you're going to see them. The idea is you're going to see everything coming up on the side. We're going to be looking straight down into it. And then, so the environment will look more three-dimensional. Probably hoping for too much on this, but we're going to see where we go on it. But yeah, we got the Tricky Lug crew in the house. It's good times. So I'm just gonna try and size these up because they're about 8 wide. And then you freaking hey, everybody's here now. Yes. But you see how it pops out that extra plate distance there. So trying to find a good way to wedge these is going to be nuts. So yeah, I'm gonna figure out if I can do anything with it. Let's try this. Because I can rest it right here. Yeah, it looks good. Or I can. Oh, we're trying to make a deep space freighter, I guess you'd call it, or a bounty ship, or something for the Intergalactic girl to get back and forth. They're like her main base, her essentially houseboat. If that's a concept that would carry over into deep space, the houseboat. I don't know. This I don't know. That starts to kind of look like it might be something there, right? If you're going to be looking down into it and you see those like portholes on the side there. And I got 6 of them total because I got all the video stuff because I just couldn't stop. Once you start getting the beat bits, and then you need to get all the beat bits, then you got to get all the beat bits, right? So of course you buy everything to make sure that you got a complete collection, and you're like, all right, hopefully that collection is going to complete the beat bits. It does not complete the beat bits. So if I ever end up going to a convention in the aftermath here, yeah, I couldn't stop. I couldn't stop. Like I was gonna call it quits at the Alien DJ and Samurai Rapper. Okay. And then in order to get the Samurai Rapper, I just went for 4 blind boxes. Pulling out those boxes, I got the 4. So I got the Samurai Rapper, and I got 3 other figures that I was thinking about getting. So I got the Banshee, I got the Werewolf, and I got the Alien Guitarist, right? And then I started getting into the beat bits. So I'm like, oh, they're cool. So had the Alien DJ, then I picked up was it Candy Mermaid next? Possibly, and then the Unicorn. And like I was not gonna get the Unicorn. And then now that I've got the Unicorn, I'm like, that is a fantastic figure. So I mean, it just, and then the next thing you know, you're wiping out whole sides of boxes to get all 12 of the things, so you don't have to buy too many more of them. And then I don't know. So hopefully someday the beat boxes will go 50% clearance, and then I'll be able to get the other stuff, or take the tiles to a convention in the future and trade them up, because I'm sure a lot of people are going to be getting into that soon. Yeah, I couldn't stop. I couldn't stop. I mean, because I need that Vogue tile. I really need that Vogue tile. And it's bugging me that I don't have the Vogue tile. I've got right now, Brickanista, you appreciate this. I have 6 Panda tiles, and I have them all in use in here. So yeah, this is doubles and triples and singles and the whole 9, just trying to make some kind of a shapely mosaic, if you will. There are tiles on Bricklink to complete the collection, but I'm not paying 75 cents a tile at this point. Not when I can just kind of bide my time. Plus, Kara is sending me out a, because I sent her a minifig chick, sent her a centaur, because we said we were going to do a trade. So I sent her a centaur. She's going to send me a Samurai Rapper, and she said she does have an extra of the Vogue tile. So she's going to send that along. Yeah, 75 cents. Some of those people, dude, they're like gouging it. Depends on what the tile is. Like if you wanted to get Panda is like 15 to 20 cents, right? Like it's the common one. Pretty much anything outside of that, it's going to start inching up. And then when you get to the more recognizable figure ones, so like the Vogue tile, like Bruno Krabs. Again, I call it Bruno Krabs. It's the guy with the hat, looks like Bruno Mars playing an acoustic guitar surrounded by crabs. And somehow it seems appropriate for me. So I call it Bruno Krabs. And I kind of want to have Bruno Krabs. Not a Bruno Mars fan, but I think the tile looks awesome. And I can't play it on the phone. So just like Hidden Side, the game part is not a thing for me. But I get caught up collecting like the little album covers, because that's essentially what these are, like little album covers. But because I do the mosaic thing too, they work okay for that as well. So I don't really mind getting a lot of extras. yeah. Good point, Cornado. Yeah. No, it was like, so we got six of these at 20. So that's $120 right there, plus 12 individual figures. If say you get the first 12 that you need right off the bat, you're not getting duplicates. That's going to be another 60 there. So was it $180 altogether on video? I mean, the figures are great. Figures are worth it. Don't get me wrong on that. And the challenge that these present, trying to use these correctly, or in some kind of coherent fashion, is pretty big. And I checked on Bricks and Pieces to see what the prices are for the components of, the beat boxes themselves. And they price up to over the $20 if you throw in the beat bits plus the rig plus the figure. And you're going to class that figure probably at $5 each. So it is technically worth it, but I mean the colors are all over the place, and unless you want to get like 4 or 5 different punk pirates, so you can get like the Coral Band And yeah, that's what I use for down here. Those little, because these are solid when they stack together, so it makes for a pretty good stand for him for now at least. Oh, 10 blind bags, 4 were unique. Yeah, I read about that. So what I did, I waited until I found Target had put out a fresh box, right? Nobody had tapped into it. And I know that when you go to the video boxes, there's 24 packs in there, and each row is a complete set, as long as nobody's messed with it and shuffled things around. So I went and I got a complete row after I'd got my initial 4 figures that were the ones that I wanted, and I was ready to hang it up. But then I was like, no, I need some more beat bits. Plus, I wanted to get the Sunday saxophonist or ice cream saxophonist. So then I was like, you know what? I'm just going to really need to get them all because eventually I'm going to want to anyway. So I just went ahead and bit the bullet and did it, dropped 60, and it was at Target. And that was also at the time that they were doing spend $50 on, was it toys or just Lego? And then you get $10 back. So I got a $10 gift card I'm still waiting to use. It's probably going to be used on the Rebel Transport craft from Star Wars if there is no good May 4th deal on Lego.com, which there probably is going to be. We'll see. I mean, I don't know. There are rumors that there's going to be a Star Wars UCS R2D2 coming out, and that's allegedly going to be in time for May 4th, but we haven't seen it yet. Who knows? Maybe it'll pop today. Maybe I'm just haven't checked things yet and it's already out there. So that's a possibility. But I mean, I want to get a good deal, so I need a sweet gift with purchase or something like that. Otherwise, I will have missed the current VIP 2-time or double VIP points thing. Folks at Stone Ridge Lego were kind enough to indulge you. Yeah. The blind bags are something. I mean, because you can it's tangible. You can kind of suss out what's in there. But the blind boxes, that gets a little bit wild. But yeah, I mean, let's see, 75 cents each tile for, like, let's say the 19 that I still need, it would be 75 cents each. Yeah, it's less than a beat box if I were to just go and get them all off Bricklink. But I don't know, it kind of feels like scalping. I mean, it's not the same. Plus, if I get extra ones and doubles in the process of looking for them, I don't mind too much because, like I say, the colors on them look nice and they make a good mosaic. So why not? Micro build Tatooine. So is it like Luke's moisture farm? Yeah. 1 beat box and two bandmates. Yeah. That's kind of where I started. That's what I said I was going to call it good at that. And then they're just so freaking cute. And then, you're like, well, if I'm going to get the red panda, why don't I get the cheetah as well? And the cheetah, honestly, the cheetah's a little bit underwhelming for the whole beat bit thing. But fear not, because they are going to be available at a discount in the future for sure. Faux show. Rumor for a DeLorean. I already have the Kuso / Ideas DeLorean that came out back in the day. So this would probably be like a larger scale, like the Ecto-1 that they just did. Possibly, hopefully, maybe. I don't know. I might get it, but like I've already got representation for it, so it's not a huge drive. Just like the Ecto-1 was great, and I was drooling over it at first, but I was like, dude, you've already got 2 Ecto-1s, like in minifig scale. Rein it in a little bit. So I dialed it back. I exercised restraint, which, yay me. Restraint, right? Yeah, larger scale. Awesome. Yeah. Ooh, Jabba's Palace. Okay, now I might need to get that Tatooine because I've got the. So are they going to be like the 20th anniversary ones that they did, where it's like you got, was it Death Star 2 and Hoth and the Indoor Battle? Yeah, I threw an extra ATSD on there. So this one, which I thought this was awesome. And they did one like that for Hoth and yeah, a couple other ones too. Yeah, expenses coming up with a move. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. But once you get moved, Monica, you're gonna be so happy with that new place. I'm telling you. It sounds like Lego. It sounds like April heaven with the setup that's in there. Let's see. Unless someone can get me some transparent 1x2s from Pick a Brick, I'm putting a pause on Lego purchases for a while. Yeah. Now, are you talking 1x2 transparent tiles or plates? Because 1x2 transparent light blue plates, I picked up Elsa's Ice Palace or something like that. One of the frozen ones I got at super cheap. Oh, bricks. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Well, if I could find those on a Pick a Brick wall, I would clean out that Pick a Brick wall. But yeah, so if you go to check out that frozen set, like there's all kinds of, like most of the light blue I have on hand came from that because it's just a surplus. So the stuff that I did for that fountain, pretty much all that came from the Elsa's Magical Ice Palace. So you got a lot of these in there, right? That translucent light blue. You also have a lot of 1x2 plates, and you also have 1x2 light blue bricks. Although it's almost like you got more of the 1x2x5s than the other one. Aquamike TV, hey, what's going on, yo? Saving the seas and having a good time doing it, right? Yeah, they are kind of tough to get the 1x2 either plates or bricks. They are kind of like gold, just a little bit. I'll tell you what's more like gold. Trying to get the 1x4 transparent tiles to try and do some water with. I mean, that's it. Whatever you end up doing with it, it's going to be quite the investment, especially if you're considering doing a 64x64 water area with that. It's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah, thanks, Aqua Mike. Keeping the seas safe for everybody. So yeah, what I'm doing here, Aqua, is trying to figure out a good environment for the Intergalactic girl, who is my favorite figure. Like ever since I picked her up, she's just been awesome. Just the pink Space Ranger from back in the day. She comes with a blaster and a nice looking wig. It's kind of got like the curl thing going on here, kind of like head wig. So I currently got her on a head wig, or I've got the hair on a head wig somewhere around here. Yeah. Dark blue transparent tiles. I might check that out. My current thing over there right now is I've used dots to make the water, and so it kind of has more of a stylized wave, which is pretty good. But that whole thing is going to be revamped when the Wayne Manor gets revamped shortly in the future here, hopefully. So yeah, I might end up making more of a realistic depth to the water kind of a thing. I don't know. I kind of dug it when I did the Ninjago City Gardens, and they had all that little water bit around that. Remock of your Atlantis throne, nice. Yeah, I saw that. I saw your throne, dude. It was pretty awesome. I mean, it was a regal looking throne. I'll say that. Am I going for the Daily Bugle? Yes. That's why I'm not really making any big Lego purchases right now, because I'm saving up for the Daily Bugle. I'm also, I also had something set aside to try and get something on May 4th. We'll see. But yeah, the main bulk of my Lego endeavor right now is setting aside for the Daily Bugle, and I got the money for it. So I just need for the set to show up. Please. And I mean, there are rumors surrounding the Daily Bugle, and the figures that are supposed to be coming out for it are desirable, to say the least. Ah, you did tile that floor. Nice, nice. Sometimes tiling works. Sometimes it looks like too much. Sometimes like studs give the impression of a deep knit carpet. So yeah, but like if anytime I have enough tiles to make a tiled floor, I do. Oh, the Aquamite sig fig. Yeah, I think you got, what is it, the excuse me, the wetsuit top, and then you got the trident. Yeah, Punisher and Daredevil are rumored, as is Black Cat. Yeah, so yeah, it would be insane. It would be insane. Plus, there's definitely going to be a new J. Jonah Jameson, right? And then, like, for a $300 set, they're going to have to do a good printed leg version of Spider-Man, which is what I'm really looking forward to. I will put you in the water with the fish, Aquamike. Actually, I have an underwater area over here that I need to work on. So I've got Aquaman proper that's going to be part of that, and then I'll get your sig fig in there too, and he'll be going around and he'll have the dolphins with him. So that'll be good stuff. Daredevil making a cameo in episode 6. Oh, of the Falcon and Winter Soldier. That would be sweet. That'd be sweet. I'm really hoping in Falcon and Winter Soldier we see Jack Monroe, who is a former Bucky that went on to become Nomad, which would be pretty cool. That was like a little Captain America side story I followed when I was younger. Excuse me. Yeah, there have been leaks, Aquamike. There have been things shown. I'm not trying to say so much about them being leaks. Well, I mean, we can discuss rumors, because I mean it's a rumor mill, but I mean I don't want to step on any toes as far as leaks go, if you know what I mean. Because I mean people can find that, people will see that. We all subscribe to people, I'm sure, that throw that stuff out there. But I mean, on here we'll keep it to rumors. We'll say rumors, just because it's less offensive to Mother Lego. Yeah, yeah. Aquamike, I got a ton of sharks. Sharks were like my favorite thing as a kid for Lego. When they first came out with this pirate ship back in the day, like ever since then, my mind has been captivated by Lego. Even when I couldn't afford it, I was thinking of cool stuff to build. And back in the day, it all revolved around pirate ships and sharks. So yeah, we got sharks galore. It's oh, what do they call that thing? Shark Encounter. Yeah, it's like that. The Rise of Gru set. Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about. In that bike set that you got, they have like a skull logo that looked like it could have been Punisher. So yeah, that's I do want to get a couple of those minion sets. I won't lie. They look fun. They look super fun to build, and the spiral stickers that came on that motorcycle one, they look like they do a fair bit of awesomeness, like in a constant spinning motion. So probably gonna look at getting those before too long. So let's see. I do think that was a sticker, Joel. I think that was a sticker, because Brick needs to put it together on one of her Thrifty Thursday shows, because it was like a $20 set. Let's see. Pieces just dropping everywhere, left and right. And that's what happens when you oversleep and you got bags under your eyes and you're trying to figure out things. Plus, in Lego, things naturally tend towards destruction, self-destruction, destroying other things, which is why I'm so amazed that Galactus is still standing behind me, because yeah. All right, so I don't know. We're gonna end up tweaking it a bit here, and if I do this, I need to find never mind me. If I end up doing this, I need to find a way to kind of lock these in a little bit more permanently, or at least if not permanently, long enough for me to shoot a photo from the top down that would look good. Yeah, because what we're gonna do, I don't know if I told you, Aqua Mike, is going to be the interior of a spaceship that we're going to be looking at, like from the cockpit back. So like we'll see the intergalactic girl here in her seat, and then we'll see everything in her ship behind her. So we'll see the docked little spaceship. We're going to see a living quarter, maybe a little something. Yeah, I mean, just little trappings of what might be in the spaceship. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was a sticker. So let's see. I mean, this is one of those tough things in, like, especially trying to do a live mock, but just in mocking, just trying to figure out what you have, the proportions that are going to make everything look right. Plus, do you have enough big stuff to take up that, large empty void of area here? Which I may, but I very easily may not. And then everything cooperating past the explosion point. Because, I mean, if you've been doing Lego enough, you know that Lego has an explosion point. Usually the explosion point is when you're 75% of the way done. Everything is getting locked in, but it's not all totally secured yet. And you just keep trying to do stuff, and it just keeps exploding in your hand. Yeah, I said that. And that's what... that's how you know you're getting close to being finished with a build, or like that you're on the right track with the build. Once it starts like not wanting to stay together, you're going down the right track. And then you just kind of have to rein that in. All right, so let's see. Looking in, we got 3 windows. That should be pretty cool. Dropping left and right. Fisher friends, not food. Yeah. I do love me some fish, though. In a totally platonic way, not in a devour them. No, totally in a devour them kind of way. I'm sorry, Aquamite. Fish is good. Fish is tasty. All right. I don't think I'm going to be able to get the depth that I need out of this, because probably, ideally, I want to go at least this high with it. So you got a nice, large interior space. But, I mean, it's a spaceship. I mean, free space is a luxury, right, out there. Especially if you want to travel fast, if you want to travel light, if you don't want to consume too much fuel. So I might have to try and rein this in just a little bit. Fish have full citizenship rights in Atlantis. Well, I mean, that's like my thing around here. Like, I don't know if you folks are familiar with Astro Boy at all, but in the Astro Boy storyline by Tezuka, robots have rights. It's a struggle to get to that point, but robots have rights to a certain bit, and of course they're ostracized and everything by society, because they're the new entity trying to integrate itself with society. So robots are ostracized, but there's a lot of people championing them, because I mean they're all essentially AI, and they're all the programming for a robot is to do no harm to humans, and as long as they follow that rule, they're good. But they also have courts for robots in Astro Boy. So yeah, a lot of my robot stuff comes straight up out of Astro Boy. And I mean, Astro Boy is not for everybody. I understand that. I mean, a dude that has cannons coming out of his butt, I understand how a lot of folks aren't going to get into that. All right, so let's see what we got in here. If we can take up some more space, make things look a little bit more correct. And then, I mean, I'm probably going to get to the point where I think this is going to look right, and then I'm going to rebuild the entire thing again. Just because that's how things seem to be going for me lately. But yeah, we might have enough of these. because I broke down the fountain, and then I didn't really build anything else with the trans clear or the trans light blue. So should have enough of these to go around. We will find out. But yeah, I ended up getting the Elsa's Magical Palace at 50% off, which made it, what, 40 bucks? So, yeah. These two here, kind of lock that in. It was not locking anything. It's just kind of bracing that. So we'll see. Sorry about that. Oh, message that I can respond to later there. And again here. I've seen the video. I haven't watched it yet, but I have it in my mind to watch the Brick Cove video later on. Evil Robot Emperor. Yeah, the build for that was great. And then, depending on how things go, I might be doing 9 minutes with 9 Brick City today. I thought I was going to be doing it tomorrow, but then she had to change up her schedule a little bit, so it might be today. So if you're on Instagram, that's the thing. Yeah, check out 9 Brick City, fellow Michigander. She's awesome, but she does like these 9-minute interviews with folks where she just asks them a series of questions, and apparently my name got thrown in there somehow. So that's fun, right? Okay. And again, for anybody showing up late, I did get up extremely late today, probably 20 minutes before I started the stream. So please bear with me with the whole clearing out my eyes and stuff, and yawning. There might be yawning. I haven't yawned yet. Of course, I didn't get a coffee, so I mean, it's. No, we'll see. Yeah, they do. I've noticed those interviews do kind of run a little bit long, but that's totally cool. Top 10 YouTube video or YouTubers. Yeah, that's awesome, Uncle Mike. Yeah, I think I did watch that last night. It was a cool one. It was a cool one. I saw you were already garnering quite a few views on it. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Like I say, I don't really use Instagram for videos, watching them or making my own, pretty much. I mean, I put a couple things on there, but I mean, it's like 20 minutes before amateur hour. That's how bad that stuff is. But I mean, it's something to try, something to do. Check it out and see where it goes, right? kind of like me throwing all kinds of transparent bricks on here, trying to make something work. I'm trying to see if it sparks any ideas. Really, that's what I'm after here, is I'm trying to figure out what this is going to be, how it's going to look, how it's going to go together. And for my process, that's a whole lot of throwing things on there and taking them right back off a lot of times. How do I only have one? I've only got one of these. I got 2 of these. Yeah, the Joriel Builds Brickinista daily brick limit thing. I totally forgot to do daily brick limit this month. I'm sorry. Overwhelmed in a very underwhelming way. Okay. like I say, this. It's not going to be because this looks great from the outside that I'm doing this. It's going to be because you know, going to make a good visual from the inside. So we're going to see how best to suss that out. All right, Aqua Mike. See you later, yo. Those back alley fish deals, man. You got to shut that stuff down because, I mean, you don't want to see where that ends up. Let's see. Those, and then I've got these bits here from the trolls. Oh, I don't know. There's a whole lot of ebb and flow going on here today, folks. A whole lot of dropping things too. So this is pretty much my sea of trans blue with a light smattering of other colors in there. There's some Technic stuff in there too. Like anytime I see transparent Technic bits, I have to snap it right up. Yeah. Nine Brick City lives in Howell, which is like 30-40 minutes up the road towards well, down the road towards Detroit. So she's closer to the Lego store. She's closer to the Lego Discovery Center, and all the good stuff down there. So, I mean, I try not to be jealous about it, but I'm a little bit jealous about it. So for these to work, once I get this into place to shoot it, then I'm going to probably add these in. Otherwise, every time I shift this thing, they're going to be popping right back out. So, video boxes are dangerous. Let's see. Let's see how we look down in there right now. Yeah, we're getting to something. I'm probably going to end up going through and interspersing the transparent stuff a little bit more with the window frames to kind of balance it a little bit more. We'll see. So yeah. Nine Brick Cities in Hull, which is 40 minutes that way. And then Miss Labricta is in Grand Rapids, which is like 40 minutes the other way, right? the Great Lakes connection of builders here. And I'm sure there are like a ton more AFOLs in the state. I'm just calling out the ones that I actually know, which aren't many, as you can tell. Doc's back. Summary of what you missed. I dropped probably 4 or 5 bricks so far. Replaced many a thing over here. Aqua Mike is off fighting back alley fish deals because that's what Aqua Mike do. And we're kind of at this point of the thing right now. So trying to figure out how many of the transparent elements I can get in here, and then it's going to be trying to integrate them more into the red action that's going up the side, because we're not going to be looking at this from the side or from any other angle except for straight down through the top. This might just be a one and done photo for the challenge for this week, because I mean, you can do up to 3 photos, but if I've only got one good angle to look at the build, then I mean, anything else is just pretty much superfluous. All right, but we've got these lovely things, you know, which again, if you're gonna get like new transparent pieces, that's the way to go. If you want something nice and shiny, if you go to Bricklink or anywhere and get the used stuff, there's going to be scratches. There's going to be extensive scratching on it, and I haven't figured out a good way to polish it out yet. There's got to be a way. There has to be a way. I just haven't figured it out. Maybe I'll try like automobile wax or something. Could work. Could fail. I don't know. These were like 15 cents each, maybe 30 cents each when I got them. So worth a shot, right? And then I got a transparent one, which the scratches on this show up even clearer. Toothpaste? Maybe. I don't know though, because I use kind of an expensive toothpaste. I don't want to waste it. Maybe I'll pick up some Colgate. All right. So here's a really sweet clear Technic bit that I've got in there. That bracket there. Yeah, it's transparent. Then I got that arm. We've got this series of arms as well. Transparent ball joint socket. Transparent click joint socket there. What other wonderful things do I have in this box? I got these. I got 2 of these in dark blue or dark transparent, but don't know what they're for. But it's a multi-point Technic pin dealio, so they're real expensive. There's wonders with it. Yeah, so we'll see. we'll see. I've got some experimenting I can do here. Trying to figure that out. Yeah, so I mean, it looks like I've kind of run to the end of good useful pieces that I have in here, like large bulky bits to take up space. So what I got here is pretty much what I got to work with. And I did not look for those train doors. So let me see if I can find those real quick. So they should be in this, if they're anywhere. And this is my like fence bit, super large wheels and such. Big wheels. Smaller wheels, engine bits, skis. These little round turbines. Classic 3x3 engine cylinder. I got basketball hoops in here. I got Zamfer spheres. I've got turntables. I've got railway hitches. I've got stud shooters. Ninja stars. Drill bits. Huge gray surfboard, which I think this is actually a snowboard. But I don't have the train doors. So let's see. Not there. Are you in here? Should be in here. Not in there. Not there. Not there. Now I'm wondering if I use them on a train or anything, because I think I did. I know at one point I had them in use in Wayne Manor. Not in that. Not in that. So it's got to be in one of these bulk drawers that I have. So as you may see, I use these. This is like the 3-drawer stackable Lego container storage shelf system. You can kind of see the top of it there. Yeah, you'll see them on the Lego store for like $40 each, and it's pretty good price because you can stack them, but that when you try and take apart this plastic, it's extra brittle. And trying to do that, one of them just like totally broke on me, so I contacted Lego and they sent me a replacement, which also broke, but in a different place, so I was able to make it work. But yeah, in stack, I've got a total of 4 of them that I stack. So I got 2 tall structures. Works good to set things on when I'm sorting and going back and forth. They scoot pretty easy. They're lightweight. Plus it's Lego, right? And then those drawers that are in there have rounded edges, so it makes it easier to scoop stuff out. European toothpaste is different from American toothpaste. I tried Meridol. Not sure if that is high level or not, but it was good. I never thought we'd go deep off into toothpaste discussion today. Yeah, auto parts store. Auto parts store. I was thinking about that. Thinking about that because I know they have stuff that you can use for your headlights like that. Yeah, Doc. Dude, for real. That's probably the route I'm gonna go because I've got those larger bits here, yada yada, and then I've got these dark blue ones. This one's got a sticker on it, but these dark blue ones that I have are pretty scratched up, pretty heinous. So yeah, if I can find a solution for that, awesome. And yeah, I know just the auto parts store I'm gonna go look at too. But this bin I got like big pieces and Technic stuff. And this piece I kind of got, I don't know why I got it. I thought I was gonna do like the loader mech that Ripley uses in Aliens, but there's an ideal foot out there for it somewhere. But every time I had the opportunity to purchase on Bricklink, I just kind of let it pass by. And then there's a submarine hub base for the 4+ set. I know Bricken needs to put one together on her stream not too long ago. It was a $10 set, 4+. You get the hammerhead shark. Then I've got bionicle torsos. Got a slew of these spring green teeth. Okay, I got a couple. Got a couple supports. I've got this very odd thing right here, which I looked and tried to figure out what they use this for in LEGO, and you think it's going to be just like a regular vehicle base. Turns out it's for helicopters, pretty much exclusively. Excuse me, I think it's going back to the Jack Stone era. I don't know if there are not a lot of Jack Stone fans out there, because like 4+ is better than Jack Stone. You get more pieces with the 4+ set than you do with the Jack Stone stuff. But some of those pieces are classic and iconic, and some of them were chrome plated. So, yeah. All right. I got that because it's super cheap. When am I ever going to make a brown cockpit? Okay, just pretend I didn't say that. I got this in here. I don't know why that's in there. It should be in there. Okay, so yeah, I don't have those doors in there. That's just cars. Do a little big in here. Nope. That's knobless bits. That's dark turquoise and Mario pads. I've also been on a kick, Bricklink stores, picking up these lately. If you don't know what these are Technic discs that came back with Robo Riders back in the day. And they could launch these, and they used them as wheels and other funky things. And each of them have like a design on it of a little creature. So this one's got dynamite sticks, right? So they did them in the old dark turquoise, which is the same as the new dark turquoise. A variety of other colors, plus an opaque glow in the dark, which, I mean, you turn that around, you're good. So I've been getting these for like pennies every time I go to a store that's got them. I got slide pieces. Slide pieces aren't gonna work. Jack Stone figure. Those figures are not the greatest. I can tell you that now. Because my pirate ship, when I first got it, it was in the same juniors realm as the Jack Stone. It was like the precursor to 4+. So it's slightly better than Jack Stone. Yeah, it's not in that drawer here. So slightly better than Jack Stone, but still the same style of figure. So you had a larger figure that was blending somewhere, is blurring the line between one of the old Technic figures and a minifigure. So like not even a mini doll would date this thing, right? So they're there. The pirate ship came with like a crew of 4. Jack Stones usually come with 1 or 2 of them. Yeah, and you can't do much with the heads on those figures. You can't really swap them out. You can't swap the legs out. They're pretty much locked in. Which kind of makes them like the Belleville figures. But I like the Belleville figures more because they're really, really, really superposable. It's almost like having a full-on Lego action figure, but not going all the way over into Galador. So yeah. There. I did have where I got, I don't know, stack of green Mario plates, but I'm not going to need green ones in here. And kind of Aqua Mike's back after stopping the fish deals. Nice. Hi, Finn. Yeah, it's not going anywhere. All right. So I am at kind of a conundrum right here. I should have that bit. I don't have that bit. It's not in here. There's another old container I've got. Monster Racers. And this is some old stuff, but something very interesting about this set itself. And I mentioned it on a haul video I did back in the day when I got this, which nobody's seen, so don't worry about that. But this comes with dark gray rims, and this is the only set that these have ever come in. Interesting little deal. Do I still have the Lego Nautilus? Well, Aqua Mike, I do. It is all in here. I was working on it last night and yesterday, actually. I have more pieces coming in for it, but I want to. Yeah. I got all kinds of old school coming out of my ears here, Doc, for real. And then what is the store? The store is one of the most. I mean, it's not useless wheel piece, but I mean, tough to use. Yeah, don't worry, Aqua Mike. So yeah, I'll give you all kind of a update on what's going on with the Nautilus. So you may or may not know that I did a Nautilus build for Tricky Bricks because they had a float or a parade, and everybody was to make a float, right? So for my float, I made the Nautilus cutting through the water, so you just kind of see the top of it kind of going at ramming speed. And I love the Nautilus so much. That's a build I wanted to make definitely since like the mid 90s in Lego. Like that's been like one of those big dream builds, right? To do the whole Nautilus, you know. But when I did that float, I just did the top part out of the water, and then I thought to myself, you know, what would make a cool play set except for, you know, those guys fighting off the giant squid that attacks. And they do that when it's surfaced. So why not make a play set of the surfaced Nautilus? So you have the main control room and the yellow round windows that they look out for that from the helm. And then you have like the surface part of the Nautilus. So that's what I'm going to be working on. I'm going to be working on a surface Nautilus. I'm going to be working on the squid that they fight, and just yeah, it's the best Jules Verne book ever. It is also well, the Time Machine's pretty good. But it is also like one of my favorite old time Disney movies. Like Captain Nemo is just my dude. And yeah, I did make a Captain Nemo. But started working on squid last night. And I just need to get really the tentacles going there, and then the beak. And then that's going to be kind of in scale with everything else that's going on there. So once that goes together, and I mean, it's something I'm going to be working on for the next few weeks here to try and get it together for a Lego Ideas submission. So hopefully it's going to be, I mean, there's 3 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea submissions right now. This would be a 4th, and a few of them have gotten 10,000 supporters and have gone up for review, but none of them have made it past so far. And I mean, we're talking most of these sets that grow up are going to be a couple $100, $300 sets, you know, just like a large, magnificent looking Nautilus. So my goal is to make a playset version that's affordable for Lego Ideas. And if I can do that, and if I can pull it off and make it look right, hopefully I get the support, and we would finally see a Nautilus in Lego. Fingers crossed. Hope, hope. Knock on wood. You know, that whole thing. So just catching up on the chat here a little bit. Captain Nemo, yeah. Captain Nemo is quite the card. I'll tell you what, he's got a very set way of doing things. He doesn't tolerate people stepping out of that, Mr. Land. But James Mason's my favorite Captain Nemo. Say what you will about the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Read the comics, not such a fan of the movie, but James Mason and the Disney version is my touchstones, my hallmark. One of my favorite movies since I was a kid. Same with Jaws. Like, afraid of water, but I love water-based movies that can strike fear into the heart, you know? I'm weird like that. I like to build things that scare me. I do. One of my mosaic ideas for Tricky Bricks was actually, I know Flynn also shares a fear of this character, but if you've ever seen Pee-wee's Big Adventure, Large Marge, and if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about, because Large Marge stays in your mind. Like, Large Marge is one of the scariest things I've ever seen in my life, and I really need to do it in Lego. Another thing we have in common, yeah, like Fabby Fan and me, we're like doppelgangers or clone people, just separated by a very huge lake, essentially. Explain sock puppets. They're puppets. It's a sock that you put over your hand, and then you kind of tuck it in a little bit to make a mouth. So Ollie here is based on a sock puppet from a TV show. Not maybe the greatest build, but I mean a lot of the personality of it carried over here. And one of the things I'm not too jazzed about is the way I had to make the mechanism on this for the mouth. You have to push it in for it to be closed, so it's got to be active closed. And when it opens up, it just it stays open. So yeah, made an Ollie. I've got parts coming in for a Syphil, so I'm going to be making Syphil. I think he's going to be a lot easier to make than Ollie was, because Ollie's just a white sock puppet. But Syphil's got a lot of darker, well, he's like a dark green sock, so it's got like the bright yellow eyes, but everything else is going to be pretty smooth to make. And like, not as many faceted surfaces that are going to pick up all the, where are the laser eyes? Indeed, I actually watched Laser Eyes last night. But yeah, once this gets further along, I might end up trying to replicate a couple of their songs or something. But then I got to get the bravery up to ask Liam Lynch if that's like something I can do, if he wouldn't be too offended or litigious about it. So we'll see. Yeah, because Syphil and Ollie was a touchstone of my youth. If you haven't watched Syphil and Ollie, please go out there and find it. It's a great sock puppet show. It was on MTV very late at night. I usually caught it when I was working. I used to work at the MSU Union building. I was like the night security guy there. I had a lot of hats in that building. Night security. I worked for the Union Activities Board and their advertising department. I was on the painting crew. I was on the room setup crew. I did some janitorial stuff. Yeah. So I when I was at school, like that was like the one building where I had like 4 jobs in at once. It was a very crazy time. But yes, Large Marge is creepy, and Large Marge is it's a goal, because like it's like a claymation thing that they do with her, and eyes pop out and she's like, "Bleh." So that's something I wanted to do. Imaginext by Fisher Price. I haven't actually heard of that yet. Well, just now I heard of it, or maybe I have. Maybe I've seen it, because I of course I'm a Lego freak, so I frequent the toy aisle like all the time. So I'm sure I've walked past it if they have it there. Here's a creepy and interesting thing. Like, my Lego, where I go for my Lego is a Meyer store, and right across from where they have generally the Star Wars and Marvel section of the Lego sets are the talking babies, like baby dolls that you get home and they motion activated. Wah, wah, wah. and somebody always leaves the batteries on these things. So every time I go down there, from behind me, I hear like wild baby screaming, and freaks me out every time, even though I know it's going to happen. And I'm serious. One of these times, those babies are not going to be in the same section that they started out in, for real. Yeah, I've always kind of been Lego. I've got a couple of Tycho bricks that snuck into my Lego, but I've never purchased like Mega Blocks. I've never purchased Tycho blocks. I can't remember what company had it. It was probably Hasbro, but they had a version 2 where they did it for Transformers back in the day. It was called Build to Rule, and I thought about getting down with that, but I never actually have because, I mean, it wasn't Lego. And at that time, I was I was into Lego, but I was slowly getting into Lego, and that stuff was on the shelf right next to Super Deformed Gundams, which was a kick I went through for a good year, like picking up all kinds of SD Gundam models and making them. So yeah, I was a bit of a Gundam nut back in the day. I won't lie, I was. Gundam Wing was my touchstone. Gundam Wing, the 8th MS team, of course, the original Mobile Suit Gundam. Bubs and Lava Bat, so we need to be on a stream with Tricky Bricks. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. Flint and Richard got their stuff down. I don't want to mess with their chemistry and stuff they got going on there. That's why I'm trying to find my own thing here, like whatever this might be. G.I. Joe off-brand Lego. Yes, they did do those too. I remember that, Cornado. Yes. Yeah. But like, you've probably seen the Rob Zaccardi stuff that he's doing, where he's making builds of like classic G.I. Joe stuff. He's got a few of them that are looking pretty good. And like, I don't know if you were aware, but like anybody out there who doesn't know, Tricky Bricks, Richard and Flynn from season 1 Lego Masters, we are essentially like a fan club thing. So we're Tricky Lug. So because we all hang out and watch the show. So we're our own little group of people. We're our own little entity. And among our ranks are many people of a similar age who had a great 80s toy history in their background. And one of those folks is Rob Zaccardi. And Rob Zaccardi is doing some mask builds. He's like, mask. It's like vehicles that transformed, but not into a robot. They just transformed into an assault vehicle. So like there was a Camaro that transformed into a flying Camaro. There was a semi that transformed into a nuclear missile launching samurai with like anyway, Mask, if you can check it out, it's like MASK is like an abbreviation for something else. So yeah. Tricky Lug, you say, where can I find that? Well, we can find a lot of Tricky Lug right here, actually, right now. But yeah, G.I. Joe and Mask were 2 huge things in my childhood. And Rob does builds for those, and that makes me very, very happy. And BX Bricks I follow too, because BX Jermaine from season 1, he makes Transformers out of Lego, and I was all about Transformers back in the day. So I always check that stuff out. Oh, the Black Mask Trans Am car at the car wash. Oh, dude, I feel that. I mean, it's not Mask, but it's similar. I had Battle Cat and He-Man sitting on the back of my dad's truck. It was his work truck. And of course, the tailgate was down. I didn't think he was going to work that day. So I just like left them on the tailgate, and I come out, a little bit later, and Dad's truck is gone. And I'm like, oh no. And so, yeah, I never saw my He-Man and Battle Cat again. It's kind of sad. And I kept riding my bike around the neighborhood looking, hopefully, it fell out somewhere that I could find it. Yeah, the internet has everything these days. For a price, right? For a price. You can find anything out there for a price. See, talking about toys just totally gets me distracted, because of course I love toys. That's what I do. I do toys. I'm trying to get something working here. I think I kind of get an idea where I'm going to go with this. Yeah, I'm going to try and intersperse the transparent bits a little bit more with the red here. See how that goes. And worst case scenario, I've always got these railroad tracks that I'm going to be able to run through there. If not for any good structural reason, it might, you know, guide the eye in a little bit. So we'll see there. Yeah. Lost Toys is like that. That's the kind of stuff that sticks with you, right? Over the years, like there was a G.I. Joe. I was a big fan of Destro and his little offshoot, the Iron Grenadiers. So I had my Iron Grenadier out in the sandbox because, you know, Destro was like running things. That's what he does. Destro comes on the scene and takes over. Just get out the way. So I had the Iron Grenadier out there in the sandbox. First I lost his sword. Then I lost the Iron Grenadier. And I hadn't been able to find him. So somewhere in Florida, there's probably a buried... Well, there's more than one. There are many buried G.I. Joes in the sinkholes of Florida. Let me tell you that. Mini buried G.I. Joe? Yeah, that sounds better. Mini a buried G.I. Joe. I don't know. I'm at a rambling point here, so we're definitely under the half-hour mark of left time here. And this is the point where my words start sounding a little fun. Yeah, I'm not even going to go into the whole G.I. Joe thing because that would be another couple hours of conversation, minimal. All right. So I'm doing this so y'all can see it, but I'm also doing it because it'll give me a good visual as well. Just trying to look at that space there. I'm trying to figure out where the bottom is going to be in this. There's some more Mario plates, and there's another of these. All right, so I've got eight. We'll do 1, 2, 3, 4 of these windows. Yeah, toys lost along the way, yo. I mean, that's so many things. So many things. I'll tell you what, Fabby fan, I did regain a piece of my childhood, but it was a piece of childhood that I never had. Because all the cool kids on the block had super awesome G.I. Joe vehicles. I didn't have too many of those. I had a Sky Striker that I picked up from a yard sale, and same for the Corporate Terradrome. But of course, these were missing pieces. I didn't get them new on Christmas or anything like that. So when I got older, and I went through a thing a few years back where I just tried to like get rid of a lot of the flotsam and jetsam that accumulated during my lifetime, and just get it down to the nitty gritty of the things I really want to have and keep. And so getting rid of so much stuff, I decided to reward myself when I got to a certain tier, right? So if I got rid of 1,000 things, I would reward myself with something. Got rid of 2,000 things, something else. And then above 2,000 was like incrementally every 100, I would be like, yeah, you can get this now. So one of those was Jetfire from Transformers, the original G1 Jetfire, minus the gun clip, but I got him. And another one was the Night Raven, the Cobra Night Raven, the super sweet black jet that I always wanted. And so yeah, I ended up picking that. Yeah, no problem, Brickanista. I'll be here for at least another 20. And I kind of want to check my phone and see what's going on with 9 Brick City right now, but I don't want to be rude to the chat. So I'm sorry. I don't want to get too sidetracked, because I mean, once I get sidetracked, there I am. Let's see, how does this look? So I'm not going to be able to pick this up at this point because I got those video bits in there. So with the top down, that might start to look all right. I don't know if I could do enough clear stuff in the front and make it look like a windscreen. I don't know. I don't know. We're gonna have a time with this, I'll tell you what. All right. Let's try this out. I'm gonna go through and move the window bits down more into the fuselage. See how that goes. But yeah, so once I get this out of the way, I might be actually stepping away from Tricky Bricks challenges for a little bit, even though it's gone to the 2 weeks now. When I get into a huge project, I kind of have to focus in on that huge project. So when I got into Galactus, there was like a good 2 or 3 weeks that I didn't end up doing any submissions for Tricky Bricks. Just because I was working on that, and it took up so much space. And even though I have more surface area to work with now, I want to get into that and get into the mindset, not get too distracted when I'm working on the Nautilus. Because once it goes, it's one of those things. Once I get the pieces and once I start to get the building going on it, like it's going to come together pretty quick. So I just want to focus on that, make sure it gets done, and then open up the world to other things. But so we'll see what all happens there. But I do want to make this pretty sweet, even though right now it's not looking like there's any sweetness to be found. Somehow, some way, we'll get there. Right. Let's try these dark blues here. Just gonna set these. Just breaking stuff left and right. Okay, there. Put this above that. Because we're looking at it from the interior, I'm going to put the curved side there. Let's see. Yeah. I think this is kind of getting it. Turn that curved surface in there. Okay. It's here. There. Spin. Strike that, reverse it. Let's see. Okay. All right, there. And just as a sample, this is, yeah, that looks good. Okay, that's starting to look good. I am now 110% more confident in this than when I started off. Just by seeing what goes on there. Okay, so that and that side, we did this number with it. So, and the crazy thing is, like, I got 6 pieces of this trans blue that is totally unblemished and unscratched before today that I'm mixing it with this because I'm a little bit of a fool. All right. Because I got those, I originally got these to make it like an elevator shaft that isn't an actual elevator shaft. It just looks like one, but it's going to be like a utility shaft for lighting to run through buildings. One building in particular, the red building it's over there by G Money. All right, that's kind of all right. And that's not going to go. Let's see about this. So yeah, I'm just trying to make a nice enclosed, uniform, decent looking interior to shoot a picture through. Let's see, if I do it that way, then that looks like that. And I still need 2 more of the 1x2x5 trans clears. Let's see if I can get those. Yeah, the video pods are like they're real tough to work with, but when you can get them to work, they work pretty nicely. Like Yano's done some amazing stuff with them. No, I don't have it. Shucks. All right. 2, no, 3. Probably not even going to have enough bricks to make. I need to make 2 more columns if I'm going to duplicate what I did on one side of this with the other side. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. All right. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Scoot that. Flatten this. Single surface. There we go. There. That makes it look a little bit more stylized. Throw that back here. Then duplicate that on the other side. Right there. Okay. Okay. Working with the Captain America mech? Yeah. I was talking about that earlier. That they had 2 of those sets that you showed the bits on there, and that they're prints, not stickers. Yeah, mine is going to be arriving tomorrow. Mine's going to be arriving tomorrow. It's going to be a wonderful thing. And if I know not everybody out there is a fan of J.K. Rowling right now, I'm certainly not. I haven't bought any Potter sets in quite some time. But I do confess there is one that I had to get because I'm going to turn it into something else, and it's the Fox Phoenix set. So it's kind of like Hedwig, where it does the whole flappy motion. But I'm going to turn it into Tezuka's Phoenix. So yeah, not totally cool with supporting her IP, but I mean, when you got to build something, you got to build something. Okay, there and that. I wish I had these in more uniform colors and more of them. It would be sweet to have like maybe a yellow streak running up the side on both sides. Nothing Bricklink is going to arrive in time. Trust me. So that's not a route that I can go down. But I think I'm starting to hone in on a decent direction, at least, that I'm going to take this. And here at Debo Bricks, Don Brickles Productions, if I can't show you a good build, at least I'm going to show you the process behind the build, or try to, at least the initial starting off concept, because it's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be pretty until it's done. That's the way Lego is. Like, that's why we work with it, because it's got to get to that point. The Harry Potter chess set does look good. It does look really good. The Wizarding chest, yeah. I would collect Lego chess sets if I had somebody that would play chess with me. That's all I'm going to say on that. All right. So I'm so out of practice with chess that probably get me with a fool's mate. Okay. Let's see here. Do that. The mega figures, yeah, I saw that, and then I saw like this one dude was saying how like that's opening the door for Lego to make a Galactus. Maybe, but yeah, the large buildable figures. I mean, I'm gonna have to take a closer look at the pieces that are in there and the scale that it actually comes out to. But it looks like a pretty good deal. It was like what, 120 for the pair. Oh, yeah, Joel, you've put out one of the prettiest mocks I've ever seen. Your brick sketch sugar skull is like it's still in my mind. It's like a hallmark build. It's like one that I have to keep going back to because it's just so perfectly done. So yeah, you can't say never on that. I'm calling you out on that one. Mega figures, but the idea in general, yeah, the idea is cool. Like the first time when I went to search somebody or to see if somebody had built a Lego Galactus, and I went on YouTube, and somebody had done it in that style, right? They'd done like a super large minifig, and they used they ended up using not the female head, but one of the minifigure head storage containers as the head, and then they just like made a helmet to go around it. So I thought that was pretty cool. But I wanted something more, something less minifigure, you know, a maxi minifigure. Because I mean, okay, like some people will say that that's the way it should be, right? Like a scaled up minifigure or scaled up Lego figure should be like still minifigure proportions. But like big figures aren't like that. Like say you got your Hulk, and your Hulk has, you know, it's like the head is still like minifigure shaped a little bit. You got that round cylinder action going on. But I mean, it's a whole lot more human-esque. I don't know. There's more curves working into it. So I'm cool with it. I'm cool with the big figures like that. I kind of had to be cool with them once they did the wooden ones, which aren't very great at all if you want articulation, because I mean you can turn the wrists. But over time I've gotten to kind of like those, and I mean I'm not gonna drop $120 on them because I mean I'm just not. But I like them. All right, so we're getting down to the wrap-up phase here. Let's see where we're at now. Getting things more tucked in, and you can see like tucking that trans blue back in there a little bit. It's making it look a little bit better. And if I can get the camera way in there to where you're not really seeing the studs on the top, maybe even that'll be covered. I'm getting the feel like we're doing some interstellar travel here. So we're getting it worked down, getting it worked in. Yes, it's yeah. I'm happy with the direction we're heading in right now. A sig fig mega fig, yeah. Well, for me, my sig fig mega fig would be easy because I mean it's just like your Legoland shirt and a bald yellow minifigure with black pants. It's pretty much the sig fig I'm using now. But yeah, hopefully the dude's gonna be changing into the summer rapper outfit before too long, because that jacket is to die for. Just don't want to have to sacrifice my figures to die for it. I don't know. I'm going off on tangents. I'm going down the roads that should be less traveled for a reason. So yeah, it's definitely getting time to start wrapping things up in here. But yeah, so my girl here, the Intergalactic girl, Series 6 CMF. One of the reasons she's so fantastic is she's got that silver lipstick, which that's classy. That is super classy. Yeah. So we got that. I had her wig around here. I'd show you. Oh, I do have her wig around here. So we have Hedwig right now rocking that. And yeah, there she is in all of her glory. Just a great figure. Video mega figs would be nice. Yeah. Depends on the fig, but yeah, it would be cool. It would be cool to see them do more of that. Just as like a promotional item for like a new CMF line that's coming out, you know, like do a big buildable figure, like maybe not for retail, for resale, but you know, something to put in the stores and the windows, you know, because they already do the built sculptures at the Lego stores. So that would be a cool thing to see, like not llama, anybody but llama. I'm just not a fan of llama. But yeah, that would be sweet. Yeah, Space DJ. Yeah, Alien DJ is my dude. Yeah, kind of like a Brickhead's build your own figure. Yeah, I can see that. I can totally see that. Build your own figure. All right, so I'm gonna stop futzing with this because I'm about to break something, which means we're going down the right road, right? Which means we're on to something. When things start exploding and breaking, you're getting close to something good. So, in the spirit of that, we're getting on the road here, going down the right path. This little ship here is gonna find a way to nestle inside that. I don't know. I might have her and Hedwig in there just for fun. And if you don't know who Hedwig is, Hedwig and the Angry Inch, check it out. Prepare to be rocked. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna have quite a few little things here to clean up, but like I say, we've made some progress on that, and I kind of see a good direction that I'm gonna head into. It's gonna take a lot more tweaking, so that's gonna be the rest of my day, and then maybe the 9 Brick City thing coming up. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, thanks, Joel. Yeah, that ship. Main thing on that is like I got these Knights Kingdom 2 buildable figure torsos. I think that's King Matthias. I got those each for 20 cents when I did the Bricklink order this last time around. And I was going to make like a Vic Viper with them, try and figure out some kind of sweet spaceship for that. But then I started working on it. Started, putting 2 and 2 together. And then it's like, well, I got this piece. And what if I do this here? And then, oh, wait, if I use that dark pink, then, and then what might work for her? Thought process. That's how things go down. But yeah, so we ended up getting to this point, which was awesome. And it does have wheels on the bottom just to make it easier to deal with. And then the cockpit mechanism just kind of folds down, so she doesn't have to climb into it. She can just kind of step into the thing. So yeah, that was it was like one of those little builds that just kind of comes together, and it comes together right. So just like keep going with it, right? Yeah, so there's that. And then hopefully sometime this week I'm going to try to stop smoking again, and hopefully I can make it at least 2 weeks so I can start building the Monkey Kid set. So we'll see. Bricklink is the slipperiest of slopes. Let me tell you what, because I put in an order. Actually, I'll end on this. I put in an order like 2 days ago, and I was very proud of myself because I mean the person had a 50 lot limit, whatever. But in those 50 lots, I was able to cram like 800 some pieces or something like that, and I felt very proud of myself, right? Only it's heavy enough that it has to be shipped by priority mail, so it's going to be $14 shipping. So wah wah. It happens. Yeah. So funny things. Yeah, bricks and pieces is even worse because bricks and pieces you just don't know when it's going to show up, right? Like bricks and pieces, they'll tell you when it's shipping, but you might see it in another 2 weeks. So we'll see. And I do have a bricks and pieces experiment going right now. I have 1 bricks and pieces order in that is only 6 elements, and it's all the same piece. So 6 16 by 16 plates. We'll see how long it takes them to get that to us. And I'm gonna just more. Well, I have a build that I'm gonna do with it, but just more of an experiment to see if less pieces you get, or the smaller variety of pieces you get, if they can get that out quicker from the warehouse. So we're gonna see how that goes, and then I will give you feedback and update you and let you know and how the whole experiment works out. Yeah, but bricks and pieces is weird. Pick a brick from Lego.com is equally as weird, although I think that one is stateside, so you don't have to wait for them to ship it from overseas, then ship it to Atlanta. And then from Atlanta, it has to be distributed to you. Hopefully, it's going to be more of a straightforward thing, but I mean, it all depends. It's all weird. Bricklink is good. Bricklink gets it to you faster, but Bricklink can be more expensive. Best thing to do, of course, is to go out and buy a set that's got the pieces you need, and then you got extra pieces. But then you got extra pieces, and B, you probably spent more money than you really needed to in the first place. So Lego is, ups and downs, backs and forth, ebb and flow, things and whatnot. But we all do it because we're addicted. And like more sets to come out, more new pieces, more new elements, more new colors. I mean, it's not Pokemon where you gotta collect them all, but you need to get the ones that you want to have to make the thing you need to make, right? So we work with that. We did that. 4 weeks instead of 6 for the road plates. Yeah. Not bad. Not bad. 20 of them though. That's quite the endeavor. But you are working on that fresh new city there, Cornado. So can't wait to see it get the roads in there. It's gonna be cool. And yeah, because you're doing the you're bumping them up too, I think, because you're doing like the Mills plates on them. So yeah, that's gonna work out pretty good for you. But all right, so we're at time. I'm gonna have to head out. But thanks everybody for stopping by and taking a look at this creative process, as slow moving as it might be. And yeah, hopefully, well, next time around, I'll show you what I did today, where we ended up. Hopefully, I still have it built up, and then we can check it out and talk smack about it, because I mean, it's smack talkable, really. This is not going to be the greatest build I've ever made. But yeah, take it easy, everybody. Have a good time. Waves of joy, waves of love. I try and mention everybody that came in today, but I don't trust my brain really too much right now. So yeah, everybody, thank you so much for stopping by and checking things out. We're gonna try and do this again next week, and maybe have more of a cohesive thing going on, and maybe I won't sleep in so late next time. Yeah, that too. Anyway, peace, y'all. Much love. Bye.